Let's get it. It's episode number 2 of Finding the Best Launchpad, and today we are going to be talking about DAO Maker. So let's go. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto Cabin. My name is Tom, and in today's video we're going to be going over DAO Maker and kind of what the minimums are to get in, what the guaranteed allocation price is, and basically just how it works. If you're new to this channel, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and then click that notification bell and select all so you get notified for when I post these new videos. So without any further ado, let's jump right in here. So this is kind of the second video in a new series that I'm going through, looking at a bunch of different launch pads. And the purpose of this is going to be to try to find which are the best launch pads that tend to yield really good projects, but also aren't too crazy expensive to get involved in. So I've started this spreadsheet over here, and the last video I did was on Poolz. At the time, the price was around $6.18. That might have changed now, but basically you needed 250 pools in order to get into that base level, and then you got one lottery ticket. The guaranteed allocation was roughly 7,000 pools, or roughly $43,000 at that time. For DAO Maker, the base level is 2,000 DAO, and at the current price of $4.69, that means you would need quite a bit more of an initial investment in order to get in just to that base level. So when we come over to DAO Maker's website here, you'll know that there are obviously 3 main steps that we need to do in order to participate in most of these IDOs. They're going to be very, very similar. So not these IDOs, these launch pads. You got to get the wallet, purchase the DAO, or purchase whatever token you want to have, or whichever Launchpad's token. You need to have some of that native asset and be staking it, usually in order to participate in any of the launches. And then you need to stake in order to participate in those pre-sales. So if you're interested in DAO Maker, this is one of the most well-known ones. You can get it on these exchanges there. So that's where you could buy it, and then you would need to stake. So it's very simple on their website. Obviously, there's a big sign or big button there saying buy DAO, and then there's a big one here saying stake DAO. So what you would do here is come over, and in order to join SHOs are a strongholder offering. So basically this enables any project to attract funding from individuals who are holders of a given cryptocurrency. So you're more likely to, invest in a DAO Maker project if you are holding and staking DAO. So this allows them to attract funding from you if you are a DAO token holder. When you click on that one, join SHOs and venture staking, you will see that you can get different percentage yields for these two different sections here. So you will see right here that it is showing, this is an example, if I were to stake 4,000 DAO, I would be in tier 2. I would get maximum of 2 allocations into whatever SHO that I got into. My estimated chances of winning are 9.76%. Estimated APR on venture yield and estimated APR for SHO would be 24%. That's if I did it for 180 days. If you go maximum, you can do a maximum of 1,095 days at this point in time. Your estimated APR goes up on the venture yield. However, your estimated SHO yield remains the same. So this is if you were to do tier 2. But if you scroll on down here, you'll see that there are multiple different tiers. So tier 1, like I said, is 2,000 DAO. Tier 2, 4,000. Tier 3, 10,000, 25,000, and 50,000. So if you're anywhere in between 25 and 50,000, you would be still in tier 4. So let's say I had 34,000, that would still show me that I'm in tier 4. It wouldn't change to tier 5 until I hit 50,000. So let's play around with the different tiers right here. So 2,000 would get you these percentage APYs. Like I said, if you go max, then that APR changes. But let's say they have the minimum, 180 days. So your estimated rewards just for staking would be, you get more DAO. However, your chances of winning are only 4.6%. Then the maximum number of allocations you can get is 1. Your APR down here, 22%. So you're investing almost $10,000 for a 4.6% chance at winning whatever SHO is being launched. So you wouldn't even quite get 1 in 20. So if you entered in 20, odds are you might get 1. We already went over if you had 4,000, so this is tier 2. So therefore you can see the numbers there, but we already went over that. Tier 3 was 10,000. So here you go, you are in tier 3, you get a maximum of 6 allocations. First of all, I should mention what these allocations are. So the number of allocations you get is determined obviously by what tier you are in. Each allocation means that you will receive $200 worth of whatever token that you have won, or whatever SHO you've won the right to take part in, you would receive a $200 worth of that token in that allocation. If you, for instance, have a maximum of 6 allocations, then you could potentially get $1,200 worth of that token. So hopefully that makes sense with the allocations. So with tier 3 here, you have a 26% chance of winning, meaning roughly 1 in 4 you would be able to get into. 25,000 is tier number 4. You get a maximum of 16 allocations. Here you can see your percentage chances of winning is 69.5%. So you're getting, pretty decent chance of winning here. You would more than every other one you would get into. And if you get to that tier 5 level, 50,000, this is where you have a guaranteed chance of winning, 149%. You can see your APR here has changed. It's gone up a little bit. Maximum of 33 allocations. So times 200, you could be getting up to $6,600 into that new token just by, this is a lot of money to invest, don't get me wrong. 50,000 times whatever the price is, 50,000 times 467, that's over a $200,000 investment. So, that's quite a big chunk of change. So that's more or less how the tiers work. If we go ahead and take a look at some of the projects that they are launching right now, you can obviously come and take a look through all of these. There's some that are coming soon, and then there's usually some that you can either research, and then there are ones that are completed down below. So there are a lot that have done quite well. Obviously this one's 10x, MetaGod's 36x, 10x, 61x, 7x. This one doesn't have a nice average of gainers like Poolz did, so I'm not entirely sure what these ones would be on average, but you can see 5x, 26x, a bunch. Victoria VR has been the one that everybody would think was talking about, a 209x at their all-time high. So let's say you were at the base level. This is like probably the highest you could get, or it's the highest that I've seen so far, 209x. If you were to get 1 allocation with the minimum investment that you would have put in of about that, $9,300, $9,400, $200, you got that allocation, let's say, and you times that by 209, you would have gotten away there with $41,800 at the peak of Victoria VR. So that's maybe a little look into, one project could potentially make that full investment back. It's possible. It's not obviously guaranteed because some of these do quite well. Like that's an exception, I think. Some of them 5x, which for most people that would be amazing. In crypto, it's not necessarily as amazing. But you can see that there's a lot of different ranges of rewards for those completed sales already, but they don't have a nice rounded off number like Poolz did, where it said this is how many projects have launched, this has been the average return so far at their all-time high. So you would need to go through each project individually, with which I'm not going to have time to do. But DAO Maker is one of the more well-known. They do vet their projects quite vigorously from what I understand. And so you can, obviously have a decent chance if you are able to get in that project is going to do quite well, or at least going to give you a decent return on that allocation that you have potentially won. However, the barrier to entry to get in is quite a bit more than Poolz was. So the barrier to entry was 2,000 DAO. Like I said, the guaranteed allocation or top tier is $234,500 roughly at this point in time. So that is quite a bit. I personally don't have that amount right now, and if you do, good for you. Then you probably have been in there already for quite a while. But what is nice, obviously, about a lot of these platforms is that when you do, if you do participate in them and you are able to get enough to take part in this, you can be staking and earning some rewards. And even if you aren't at the 2,000 yet, you can still be earning some DAO just for simply staking it. If you believe in this project as a whole, you can be staking it regardless and earning some passive income in DAO tokens, and maybe eventually over time you could get up to that minimum level. So there you have it, team. There are the first 2 launch pads that we've gone over. One quite a bit less expensive than the other. However, one could potentially be vetting more projects that are a little higher quality than the other. Not entirely sure yet at this point. Would need to do a deeper dive and wait a little bit longer term to see the quality of these projects over time. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got some value out of this video, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, click that notification bell, select all so you get notified for when I post these new videos, and consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does help out a ton. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you next time on the next episode from the Crypto Cabin.